connected? Looks like stuff starts scrolling.
Yeah.
Yes. Are we still live?
It says finished.
Yeah, that was finished.
Since we're off.
We didn't have it. Those two guys couldn't see us either, Jake, or hear us.
Hear us, but, well, they might have been able to, and then it just kind of cut out at one point. I think Instagram still is live, and my phone's on there.
Oh, there's people watching on Instagram.
Yeah.
So we start to go through the
So,
things.
yeah, I don't know how much they can hear. Sorry guys, we lost internet on our other feed. We are gonna try to get back to everything. Be patient with us.
I think I just have to call them again.
Wait, so is that gonna kick everyone out that was there?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. I'll email the new link, I guess.
I know, but what about everyone that's watching already? Yeah, that says it's still, cause I'm sure they're still in our meeting, it's not like they left, right? So we could join, and then join with the codes that you gave them. Join that like with you.
Oh, there you go. Somebody popped up.
Yeah.
They're coming back.
Hey guys, I think we're back.
Hey,
Sorry
we
about
lost you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Not sure what happened. DJ, can you hear us as well?
I can hear.
All right, cool. So right before we got cut off, I was just asking you guys, since we've kind of started the introduction, to get your knives out and open your top secret boxes.
Okay.
Get your knives out and open your top secret boxes.
Oh yeah, what do we got here? Am I ready to like take whatever it is out of the box?
Yeah, go ahead. Pull it out.
You know, on Christmas here. Oh, Nelly.
There's also a small box in there that'll
You hope you love your new
have a piece of equipment and a goodie.
Oh, there's all this good stuff.
Oh. This is a work of art right here.
There's something in that top box, DJ.
There's something in there, yeah.
Okay.
Wow, look at this thing.
Thank you for the note.
This is gorgeous.
We do like it.
I am ready.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now that
Wow.
is sweet. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh my wow. Won't be we won't have to worry about that counter rotation.
No, so this is what we're calling the CudaX.
Wow.
It's our latest scooter. And DJ, you've got what we're calling the CudaX Exploration. It's slightly larger. It's got 4 batteries. And Mike, you've got what we're calling the CudaX Tech, which is 2 batteries.
Oh gosh.
Look at this.
Yeah, so it's got a built-in vacuum leak system. So that's what you're looking at there, Mike. So you've got the little plug there, which you would, with the vacuum pump, you would pump. The gauge is on the other side.
Yep.
You can pull that straight out to reveal where the batteries go. On either side of the gauge, there's 2 finger pockets. Yep, just pull it back up towards you. No, no, other way. You got it. That's it. Yep.
Yep.
Just peel it back. Is it still got? Rotate it slightly if it's stuck. Sometimes it.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
Wow, look at this.
Oh my gosh.
That's the. You got the salt
Is
water
this
plate.
on live right now? This is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DJ, yep. So yeah, you're gonna use finger holes in the top part of the gauge, and you should be able to
Yeah.
just.
Put it.
Yeah,
There you go.
The CudaX exploration. Oh, I'm so. Wait, we're at 200 meters today. That's nice. We get inside of that.
Yeah, so you got your saltwater plate there, DJ.
Yeah.
And 4 battery ports.
Yeah. So this scooter has a master switch on the side. I don't know if you can see our screen right here, but you'll find a big black plastic button. Yep. One quick short press turns the scooter on. And then you will look at the screens, there's 2 screens, and wait for a short period, and they should light up. If they didn't light up, just press it one more short time. Don't hold it down, it's just one short firm press.
Yeah, and just gotta make sure you fully depress it.
Yeah, it didn't turn on again.
Okay, maybe just press it a little bit harder.
There it
There you
goes.
go.
Made my heart skip a beat, Mike.
So to power it on, what did I need to do?
So DJ, you're gonna have a power button on the side. It's a black button.
Down next to the screens.
There's a small sticker
Oh,
down there that says power on and off. Other side.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice.
So a nice, deep, quick press is what's gonna turn it on. Yep, there you got it.
Beautiful.
Oh, there you go. You found ludicrous mode.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Get
I like
that
that.
strap out of there, Mike.
Wow, yeah,
Love
this
it.
is nice.
So
Oh, yeah,
there's
it's ludicrous mode, yeah.
so there's several new features, safety
Gotta love
features.
ludicrous speed.
Yeah, yeah. So it's got 7 speeds and then ludicrous.
So the big difference is that means 7 running gears, and then ludicrous, which is like on a totally separate.
Yeah, it's basically insane.
And then
speed.
the fuel gauge right here, the battery gauge.
Yeah,
Yep.
this it's very similar to the black tip. So if you're familiar with that, it's a lot of similar technology. And then we've got a couple of new safety features. So this scooter is a double click to start. So no more accidentally turning the scooter on with just a single click. And then we've got the same safe start that's on the black tip, or on the latest version of the black tip. So if you do accidentally have your hand in it or something when you activate it, or the boat guy's got his hand in it, it's completely safe. So Mike, if you do a double click, you'll see it go through that short safe start. It's quite quick. It'll just do a couple of slow spins and then it'll go into speed 3.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So of course that trigger is, an integrated trigger that we,
Super
after
smooth.
times of the black tip and the old Cudas, that we have a trigger that's with dual handles, as you can see. You can use it with both hands, you can use it in the center. So it's quite user friendly. So we've, taken all the things that we've learned over the years and integrated it to something that works.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm imagining that the CudaX exploration, I'm looking at right about the same as the exploration runtime, about 250 minutes. Is that what we're looking at, or a little bit more or less?
It's a little bit more because it's more efficient.
Okay.
So the black tip exploration is 250 minutes at cruise. This one is 400 minutes at cruise.
Oh my god. That's great.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's slightly more performance than the P3.
Yeah. Which is bad boys right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the depth rate?
So what's the magic price point on this bad boy?
So the depth rating, this one's designed for 1,000 feet.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Prana and a lot of our other scooters were 600 feet. This one's designed with 1,000 feet in mind. And then you can see the anti-swirl stator. Each of the arms has got an aerodynamic profile that generates counter torque. So depending on how fast you dive, it may not be perfectly eliminated, but it eliminates 95% of the torque.
Yeah, and that's really nice right there. That's a really nice feature.
So do the colors distinguish the size of it, or is there multiple colors available?
So there's going to be the orange, the blue, and the black. They're all going to come in every configuration. So you'll be able to pick your color and your configuration.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which
What
is
kind
you
of
have
price
the
point are these
blue
coming in?
exploration here. Mike, you can see you have the blue tech, and then there's the variation of that in every way.
What kind of price point are these coming in at?
So the tech is 7,000 and the exploration is 7,300.
Oh wow. Okay.
Awesome.
That's not bad. Yeah, maybe that over a little closer.
Well worth it.
So yeah, so we want to get into the vacuum port portions. Mike has that out. So as you guys can see, right under the nose, you're going to have that vacuum plate.
Yeah.
A lot like the Smart Slice in the past, you're going to vacuum it down to right there at about -5. You'll leave that for about 5 to 15 minutes. And in the battery tube, there's actually what we call our port plug. So you can actually pull that with an M4, make sure the whole scooter is able to be vacuum proof.
Yeah, so what Sierra's saying is there's a sealed bulkhead between the battery and the motor. So if you look down into the scooter, you can't actually see the motor, you just see the bottom of the tube below the batteries. And that's actually a pressure rated bulkhead that seals between the two. And in the center of that you can see the small port plug. I think, Mike, you're looking at it right there.
Right in the center.
Yeah.
Yep.
So right now it's completely sealed, but if you wanted to vacuum check both the motor and the battery compartment at the same time, you just pull that plug, check the whole scooter, then you can put that port back in, ready to go diving.
So obviously this is going to be able to take the 5 amp, most of the battery. So 5 and up, or
5. Technically it will fit the 5, but the buoyancy is configured for either the 9s or the 12s.
okay, got it. All right. Okay.
So yeah, you could put the 5s in, but you'd have to put a lot of lead in. And then also features like ludicrous mode, where it's pulling a massive amount of power. It's not going to do well on 5 amp hour batteries.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I put the 5s in just to test it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah.
It's going to be 12s today on the dive.
So on this one, because of the extra torque, we went to a 4-bladed propeller. So similar blades to the black tip, so they're the swept aerodynamic shape. So they shed kelp the same, but we went for 4 because it's got a lot more torque.
So again, that same blade you're also going to be able to find on your Piranha X prop. So anyone who has those kind of knows how that's going to be able to sweep, the kelp and things like that and be more efficient, which is why, again, we're going to be able to get more efficiency out of this scooter than even the P3.
And what are we?
Oh yeah, look at that shirt.
Oh.
It's in there,
What are we
DJ.
So this is the
speed wise?
the vacuum pump.
Feet per minute. So what are we looking at for feet per minute on this?
So on the ludicrous speed, it's going to be about 324 feet per minute.
Oh my gosh, wow, that's crazy. Okay.
Max continuous speed, which is going to be 7th gear. Like I said, there's about 7 running gears, right? It's going to be 290 feet per minute, which is again is faster than the Piranha or any other scooter.
Now, with that You know, like on the black tips, right? For the instructions, you know, speed 8, no more than 7 minutes. You know, so it'll slow itself down. Is that the same function on here, or is that a concern?
No, so it's monitoring the temperatures of everything in the scooter, so you don't really have to worry about it. It's going to limit it
Hey,
for you.
Mike, before you put that on there, I hope you depressurize that.
Oh, it should be
Okay.
for short ones. But
I did.
so yeah, so ludicrous
We were
mode
at
is truly
-5.
ludicrous.
Now we
It's,
gotta wait
you know,
15 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
exact thrust.
So
It's
before we put
108
the-
pounds of thrust. It's
Yeah.
it's massive. So you only get ludicrous mode for a very short amount of time.
Okay.
So it's typically about a minute. You get to experience that. Then it's going to start throttling back from there. But I'm pretty sure you don't, at that kind of speed, you don't want to be going for very long either. It's just for extreme situations or you're just
For
having
fun.
fun for a
Yeah.
very short amount of time.
Nice.
But with your question also, DJ, so that max continuous run speed at that 7th gear, on the exploration, it's going to be 50 minutes. And on the tech, it'll be 25 minutes. So, you know, at that highest gear, it's still running for an X amount of time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's higher speed than top speed on a Piranha. So
Yeah.
I think most people are using it at lower speeds than that normally.
And this thing's gonna slice right through. I mean, we've got really bad currents out here, especially when we start talking king tides. And I mean, this cut right through. That's
Yeah.
pretty.
So
awesome.
it's all user configurable, so you can change all the gears to whatever you want. But right now it's configured so you've got 7 gears within the normal spread of, say, a Piranha, and then you just get this immediate jump to ludicrous mode, which over doubles the power. So we wanted to keep the usable gears in a range so that there wasn't a massive gap between them, so you could still match speed with your buddies. And then it's just like, yeah, oh, I need it. Click into ludicrous mode, and you're gonna go.
Unless the 15 amp hour batteries are, you know, the same size as the 12, they wouldn't fit in there.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I know for this one for sure. I was thinking about that. There's not a lot of gap between the two, and I know that's a little bit
No,
longer.
the
battery.
15s look like they're quite a bit.
Big.
I did see
Yeah.
yesterday that they're available at one place on the web, so we might order some, but I think we'd have to design a body specifically for them.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking 400-minute runtime on this thing. You know, unless you're doing some serious
Right.
CudaX.
Yeah.
This is nice. I can't stop saying that.
So what else we got? So yeah, it's all user
I think we talked
programmable.
about the motor.
We've got the dual handle, the colors, the safe start.
I
Hey-
don't know
hey,
how much you guys
Sierra?
heard us in the very beginning.
Sarah, you there?
But it is that direct drive motor. It is water cooled, so that whole bottom portion of that tail unit, so the whole unit underneath the dual screens is actually a whole motor compartment. So that whole thing is this larger motor that we've had made for this scooter specifically. So it'll be completely water cooled, which is really nice. It's
Yeah.
So the silver section on the black tips that you've got there, right at the bottom, the motor.
on your black tip, DJ.
On your black tip, DJ.
How your motor's exposed.
So the motor's exposed.
What's that again?
On the bottom of your
correct.
black tip where the motor's exposed, yep. That lower ring, orange ring on your scooter, that's the same component.
Okay.
But it's a much bigger pancake motor, but the same water cooled effect.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of looking at the differences and similarities on the Piranha, my Piranha, and of course on the CudaX here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
So we kept all the nose is essentially the same. Your Piranha nose would fit on that. So we've kept all the shield geometry the same. So you could mix and match if you wanted to, but not that you ever would. But
well. I mean, that makes sense logistic-wise too.
yeah. So it's the same shield geometry that we've had ever since the Cuda, and it's always been reliable. So we've not changed it.
All right. Well.
And it comes ready. Comes with the handle. Comes with the bolt snap on the front. It's all it's trimmed to be neutral, salt and fresh. There's a single saltwater plate to change between
Yeah,
the
I
two.
saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much ready to go, straight out of the box.
Okay.
And again, I did see
Well, yeah,
Mike vacuumed his.
it does-
So yeah, typically you would vacuum your scooter down. You know, just pay attention to that screen, make sure everything's functioning. And then once you're ready to put your nose on or go diving, you would release that. And then put your nose on, put your buckles down, and get ready to go.
Yeah.
Alright. So pressure plate.
Yeah. When you put the batteries in, you're going to see that it only really goes in one way round.
Right, yeah. I got
You're
some
gonna match
five.
up the knob. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So from here, then you vacuum. Then you vacuum pump, you said, here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
So somewhere between 5 and 10.
It's usually easier
To
just
five.
to get right to
Okay.
5.
Yeah.
And you said, where was the release button on this?
It's on the gray rubber section. You would just push it to one side.
Okay, alright.
So just like well, I don't know if you've seen the smart slice.
Yeah, he has it. It's
Oh, okay.
a little different though.
I have
because it
smart
has
slice
the-
here, yeah.
It has the
Yeah.
custom port.
Okay. Oh yeah. Slightly different.
Yeah, you can push it to one side or you can slightly pinch it, and then that usually releases the air as well. Just kind of depends on what works best for you.
And then you've also got this other barrier between the water and your batteries. So if worst case something happened, you did accidentally flood your nose, it still has to get past the vacuum bulkhead. And then also I think more useful is probably when you pull the nose off and you've got dry gloves and rings and things, it's much less likely to drop water onto your batteries, little droplets.
Yeah, oh,
So it helps
absolutely,
keep
yeah.
them dry.
And then again, you're gonna have another plate there to be able to protect your motor as well. So again, worst case scenario, if something or a little bit got through, you have a whole nother plate protecting your whole motor compartment and your electronics. So there's just so much more protection and layering with this scooter, that you're not gonna find in another one.
Right. Well, I think this is, I think you guys did an amazing job on this. There were some people I was talking to yesterday, and they were talking about open, rec drive, in which they're going to be pretty happy about that. I mean, and just looking at everything else on here, the changes, this is going to be, this is a really good, how you guys build this is really good. I can't wait to get, like you said, test in the water and see how it runs.
Well, and then even just running it right there on your counter, you can also hear that it's a silent drive. So you're going to be really, really, really quiet along, like that black tip. The Piranha has always had a buzz to it. This one is going to be silent in the water.
So it's silent in the water. It's a little bit loud on land when you're testing it, and then when you get in the water, it's going to be quiet.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really good.
I was really hoping that it was going to be quiet like that. Because now, after having the black tips and how quiet they are, I get out here and the life just comes to me. Mantas, the sharks, dolphins, and when it's really loud like that, it tends to scare them off. And so I've been having a lot of good success with photos and videos using the black tips, and now even more so, going to be using this. That's great.
Well, and even like our test diver was really excited to say that he was able to keep up with a lot of those, small little things in the water, where before it was always kind of like you're chasing the tail, or they can kind of just get a little quick and then get off.
Hey, Sierra,
and what if
Sierra,
you can boost into ludicrous mode, then you can kind of.
I don't know if you
keep
guys
up
don't
with
know
them.
this, but you're not live right now.
What's that, Mike?
That you're not live.
Mike's
None of
saying-
this is live.
Okay. Mike's saying we're not live, Jake. Okay, we're gonna.
I was trying to say earlier, we've been checking everywhere, and the live thing looked like it was only about a minute long, and even the comments that you guys have, people are saying it was only a minute long. So I think whenever it goofed up, I think that ended your live, because I don't even have a live like icon on my screen. And looking at it on your website, it only lasted about a minute and 28 seconds, which was kind of where you guys
what Jake's saying is it when we lost it, it created a new one. So he's going to send out the links to that. You're saying the link is on Facebook?
It's on Facebook, yeah, and so
Oh,
it's
it's on
also,
Facebook?
because we have
Okay,
like a
cool.
live recording, it says we just reached 25 minutes, so with that new link, you should be able to go back and watch and be able to see what's been going on.
Awesome.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, well, you'll be getting feedback tonight.
Yeah,
That's
let us
great.
know,
Well,
yeah.
you guys did a great job. This thing was amazing.
Yes. I'm telling you, I am just, I don't even know what to say. This is pretty cool.
So we'll make the website live after this, and there'll be a features page which goes through and lists all the new features that we put into the scooter. So people can learn about them more. And then there'll be a product page.
And
The
you
product-
said 7,300. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I missed that.
Sorry, didn't catch you there. No, I was gonna say, with the price point on this thing, when you said 7,300 for the CudaX Exploration, like this one, that's a really good price, especially for a tech scooter. That's really good. I mean, I've had scooters in the past, I spent $9,000-$10,000 easy on them, and they weren't nothing like this.
We're excited that
That's
you're
amazing.
excited.
Yeah.
Of course, we know that that's a higher price point than DiveX has had before, but we've really put everything into this scooter. So much time, so much energy. We've really put, all the brain power that we have together with our team and our test divers to really, give you guys something with everything that we've been, Ben and his team has been learning over these years. And so just to hear that you guys are excited about something, even though, we know it's, big and bad. We know it's not as small as the Piranha, but with the power that we put into this thing, you just can't compare
Yeah, and the
them.
feature set. It's
Yeah.
just got so many more features on it, it's impossible to keep it as light as some of the scooters were.
Put them next to each other. Yeah, I mean, it's still, it's similar, but it's not.
Is that's a P3 you got there? That's the P3 you've got next to it?
That is the P3, correct. This was your 2018 Dima model
Yeah. P3 with the smart slides.
Right.
with the smart slice, correct.
Yep.
We also want to say hi to everyone that's on the live. We appreciate. Hi, Rob. Hi. All the dealers that have decided to join in today. We know that we've been keeping a big secret, so we do appreciate that you guys are all here. And, enjoy
This
what
is
you're seeing.
amazing.
So we'll be opening it up for pre-sale.
How long have you guys been
shortly.
working on this?
Oh, we've been working on it for over a year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gone through several iterations along the way where we started a concept and it hasn't really dropped out. So I think this is the third sort of scooter concept that's from when we started. The original plan was to build a jet drive, and that didn't work.
Take people's hands off. But like I said, yeah, I mean, putting minds together and, everyone had all these ideas and trying to make them all work has really came up with kind of a super scooter. And that's really something we're proud of and excited about. Hey, Mike, when you have that vacuum down, just leave your nose off so you can watch to make sure that vacuum stays. And then
Yep.
it's after it's stayed for 5 or 10 minutes, then you'll release. Oh, okay, you already released it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just doing it to show everybody it going back
Oh, nice.
together.
Okay.
Yeah. So the procedure would be is shortly before the dive, you'd get the scooter ready, you'd vacuum it down, you'd wait 10 to 15 minutes, check for no leaks. If you didn't find a leak, you would just release the pressure, put the nose on, and go diving. We want
Super
you,
simple strap and everything.
we want you to
So
release the pressure,
Sideways,
because
yeah.
if you accidentally forget to take the scooter apart and leave it for a few days afterwards, eventually all the pressures equalize in the scooter and it gets difficult to remove the nose.
Difficult
So-
to impossible.
So just to save yourself some headache, just release the pressure shortly before the dive.
And you said you got to push it sideways.
Yeah,
Or you
push it
can-
sideways or pull it up.
Yeah, you can kind of pinch it and then pull it just directly up slightly, and that'll release that pressure.
Wow, this is really good.
Slide the scooter between you two.
So you said it'll be available. It's for pre-sale soon, and then how long do they start shipping?
They'll be shipping in January.
Awesome, right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've started manufacturing on a lot of the components. We'll continue with that, and everything should be ready for sort of mid to end of January ship date.
All right. I like that. So 9 or 12 amps to use. Anything lower than that, you're gonna have to add more
Right.
weight.
Yep. And then, so that, yeah, it's more weight, and then ludicrous mode would start to be affected.
Yeah. And we said around like this one, the CudaX Exploration, 400 minutes. What was it that Dive has? How many minutes was that one for the 2 batteries?
Which one? Oh, the 2 battery one is 190 minutes.
Wow, that's
So it's
really
still
good.
a lot of runtime.
Yeah, that's a lot of runtime. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay. Yeah, I gotta bring this in a little closer.
So what do you think about that color, DJ? I know that you like your green scooter.
No, I love it. It's like a burnt orange. I love it.
And then I know that one thing maybe people can't see yet from the videos, we'll be able to see it better by some of the great pictures that we have, you know, that we'll produce on our website. But as you can see, the machining lines and stuff on this just make this so much more unique instead of the flat finish that we've always had. So there's just so much, you know, just little details that we've, you know, put into this scooter just to make sure that it's, you know, unique to the user and to Dive Xtras.
A lot of styling for sure. It looks very stylish. I love it.
Yeah.
Because we make nearly everything on this scooter in-house. I don't know if people know that.
Yeah, I'm
But all the machining's done here in Seattle.
Oh, that's smart, especially with the log issues we're having.
Right.
Very, very smart. All right. So obviously this screen here, this was your battery life, and then this screen over here, this is the speed you're in.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you can switch them in the programming if you want them to be the other way around.
What was that? Oh, you did programming?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can switch them if, you know, you have another preference of what you wanted to be your front screen essentially instead of the one that's
Yeah.
slightly on the side.
You can just tell it in the software to switch it.
So that brings up another good question. So you're talking about the programming piece on that. Obviously, the Piranha programming is different than say the black tips.
Yep.
How would we program this? What are we using for that?
So this is it's the same system as the black tip.
Same system black tip. Okay.
Yeah. So you would use the VESC tool, and you would change the settings in the VESC tool, which are listed on a sheet that we have on the website. And then you can change everything. So people that are familiar with the black tip will notice a lot of similar settings. And then there's a few more on this scooter to cope with the ludicrous mode and the dual screens.
And then where is the USB-A port at for this?
You have to pop the battery off.
Okay.
Yeah, which isn't.
Did?
Yeah, it's just not as easy, but yeah, it's
So
definitely
you would pull this
accessible.
this middle tube off, and you'll find it underneath there.
Yeah, right in
Yeah,
between
so
the
just-
black and the orange.
Yeah. So
Oh,
just
okay.
like
wow.
a black tip, pull that up.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. So if you're traveling, that's how you would separate it so you can travel.
Oh, now that's even better too.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to be gentle. I don't want to.
yeah. It's designed to be a little bit stiff to make sure that when you're just removing the batteries and the nose, they don't accidentally come off.
Right.
But there isn't a detent like the black tip. It's just a double O-ring seal. There you go.
Okay.
And then there's lifted gently.
Oh, wow.
3 connectors right there.
And of course, you would be really, you know, careful of those kind of stuff because it's not like made to come apart like that every single time. You know, kind of
Right.
to maintain your cleaning with your O-rings and things like that. There is more O-ring surfaces in this unit.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
let's
gonna
take
go low.
a closer look at that.
I knew it.
Take a closer look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this one thing that we added
That
to the
is
programming on this scooter is you can change the migrate. If you're familiar with the black tip scooter, it stays in the same gear that you left it in for a short duration, and then the longer you leave it, it slowly changes the gears back to the start speed to speed 3. This scooter here right now is configured so that it essentially goes straight back to speed 3. So whatever gear you're in, you always start in speed 3. But you can now change that. So if you don't want to go back to speed 3, you can go back to a black tip style where it stays in the same speed.
Take off on it.
All right. Well, I love that now, especially you guys can program it a little bit if I need to meet my needs out here or wherever somebody's at, as long as it's, of
Right.
course, somebody that knows what they're doing. That's awesome.
There's Mike. I don't know what we're going to see with Mike.
Mike's gonna take off on us.
Yeah. And so it looks to me like I could probably use my, because I do a lot of travel, a lot of dive travel, so I could easily put this in a 16, Pelican Air 1637, I think.
Yeah.
If not, definitely Seahorse 1220, but I'm looking at the travel aspect of it now.
So if you were doing a lot of traveling and not a lot of long dives, then you would probably look at the tech version.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you did.
Wow. Ludicrous really kicks in. Talk about a difference between 7 and ludicrous.
That's funny.
I wasn't paying close attention. Now I wish I was watching this.
Hold on. My harness on.
She took off on him and hit the wall. The ludicrous.
I don't know if you can see this, DJ, but Mike's in the pool and he just kicked it into ludicrous mode and nearly crashed it. So.
Oh no, I couldn't see it. That's funny though.
We do
awesome.
have a question on our feed, and it just asked about the on-off switch again. It's just going to be a quick, firm press for on and a longer press for off. So there's, definitely 2 different presses. So once you feel that, you'll be able to know.
Yeah. And it's worth getting familiar with that before you go diving, so that don't get confused. Because if you don't know how it works, you can think because it doesn't come on immediately. I don't know if we can see this on here, but I'm going to turn it on now, and the lights don't light up immediately. They take a few seconds to illuminate. So you got to remember that and not get frustrated, because if you don't notice that, and then you just start holding the button down,
Then you're turning it off.
you're just turning it off every single time.
So, just like the black tips, right? When you set the black tip tube on, you put the battery over a specific way, right, to help with that counter rotation.
Yep.
On this CudaX, is there any particular place a direction I have to put the battery holders in? Bottom?
So I would put it so the batteries are down. So that essentially the battery holder is facing up towards the handle.
Okay.
In a way, yeah.
Because with the anti-torque, anti-swirl stator, we're not trying to counter the torque by putting the weight in a specific spot. It's more important that the scooter floats trim with the handle upright. So we're trying to put the weight at the bottom.
Gotcha.
So a slight different change in methodology. But it won't affect the scooter where you put it. You can put it anywhere you like in terms of the actual scooter running itself.
Okay.
It's just a trim issue.
Yep. Now, making sure set it trim. A lot of people, that's a big thing for them.
Yep.
Set it trim. So.
Hey, Mike, how was your dive? So again, I just want to reiterate that, you know, everything will go live here momentarily. You know, getting all the specs and everything, we'll get them up as we kind of work on things. We were really excited to launch this. We've been working on it for a long time. We know we didn't get to go to DEMA this year, so you know, we're just getting everything kind of handled out. Obviously, you can see a couple of these dealers have this scooter. You, of course, you know, go to your local dealer. If you have one, we'll be getting questions answered as soon as we can. If not, you're always welcome to, you know, email us with any questions. We're going to have more reviews from the dealers who have it. We have a review from our test driver, Aaron Moser, which we, you know, really appreciate the time that he's taken with us testing this new unit. And of course, like Ben said, they'll be shipping mid to end of January, so pre-orders will start soon to be able to get those out as well.
Barely hold it.
So apparently you can ride the scooter backwards.
Yeah. When we tested it here in, we put a tank outside. You could actually drag people around the car park.
Yeah. We have a few videos of it pulling multiple people on a pallet.
Sat on a pallet. Yeah.
On a pallet, yeah.
Have you got any more questions?
If you want, I can highlight some questions from chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll go over
So yeah, you would. I saw one about camera mounts. You would mount a camera mount exactly as you would do on a Piranha.
Or
So
black,
the
yeah.
or a black tip. So the
when will the website share these?
in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
The website will be live in an hour or two.
And then, let's see.
With the power switch, can the battery? So there is almost no power draw when the switch is off. So you can essentially leave the scooter with the batteries in and the power off. The other really nice thing is that the unit switches off after 20 minutes. So if you do forget to turn it off after the dive, it doesn't matter. It'll just turn itself off.
Remember that too
And how
while you're
long
going
is-
diving, if you haven't had the scooter running for 20 minutes, so if you turned it on when you got on the boat and you happen to, you know, just jump in the water, you're gonna have to turn that back on, right? So just remember things like that. So there's gonna be little details that are gonna be different from any other Dive Xtras scooter that we've produced before. It'll take some, you know, maybe a little bit of getting used to, but just key features. Looks like someone asked again about weight.
Oh.
So the weight of the tech version, which is the blue one that Mike has, it's going to come in right about 34 pounds with batteries, and that's with the larger 12 amp hour batteries in it. And the Exploration is
42 pounds.
42 pounds with 4 of that 12 amp hour batteries in it.
Hey guys, I love this thing. I can't really hear you. We got to get going. We got some swim lessons, some scuba students coming in, but we'll do some more videos on this in actual dive gear and share that in a couple hours for sure. This thing's incredible. I can't believe that ludicrous speed though. It's insane.
Thanks, Mike.
All right,
we appreciate you.
Thanks, Mike.
You guys did a great job, honestly. This thing is gorgeous, and I'm never giving it back.
Thanks, Mike. We'll talk soon.
See you guys. Thank you.
Bye. Another special thank you to DJ. We appreciate you. You know, we know that you support Dive Xtras very well with all your scooters. And we are excited to hear about your dive.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll pass you everything every time I do it. So, yeah. So we're doing a 200-foot drop today, and going to be scoring the bottom a little bit. Look for a guy's GoPro too.
There you go.
So, yeah,
All
this will
right.
be
Have some fun.
man. Thank you guys. Really appreciate you guys, you know, shipping this over here and let me unbox this.
Yeah, we
good
appreciate
stuff.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, DJ.
Bye, DJ.
So are there any more questions we should answer, Jake?
Let me see.
I'm gonna pull some up right now.
If anyone else had any questions that we haven't answered, we're gonna try to go through some questions right now.
Motor strength, maybe?
So the maximum thrust of this is 108 pounds, 480 newtons of thrust. I'm not sure if that answers the motor strength question.
But that's, yeah, the way we would measure that.
Yeah. What else have we got? Do you want to just leave that there, Jake?
Yeah, I will.
So you can mount things on the handle. There's actually 2 M5 screws right here for mounting accessories on the handle. We haven't actually designed, we've designed one accessory for mounting a depth gauge. We may do more, but it is incredibly easy if people want to create something. That's what those are for right there. What else we got? So we went for the 4 blades just due to the power increase on this scooter.
Prices, you already talked about prices?
Yeah, if someone missed the pricing, the tech model is $7,000 and the exploration is $7,300.
They will also be available on our UK and EU stores here momentarily. So again, give us a little bit of time for that. They will go into pre-orders and things like that. But we will be launching them in all 3 of those stores, particularly online.
And yes, Rob. Hi, Rob. It's much easier to service than the Piranha. You can service everything without taking the motor out and all of those parts like you do on a Piranha. So you can essentially go back to an annual service at the same level of simplicity as you could on a Sierra or a Cuda. So the rear seal is accessible from the back. Obviously you can change all the O-rings. It's super easy.
I don't know what that means, but...
We're running sensorless FOC. The motor doesn't run, it runs relatively fast, so we don't really need the sensorless, or the sensor, so we run sensorless FOC. Ask that question.
Talked about camera mounts already.
Camera mounts we've done.
I know Zach mentioned custom colors eventually.
We're probably not going to do custom colors. Right now we're just sticking with the 3 colors that we've got. We've got the orange, the blue, and the black.
Would there be any plans for like limited edition?
We may, at
yeah.
some point we may do something different.
Like
But-
with the Piranha, we've done something random for an event or for a team, a high special order, things like that. But that's kind of why we tried to give a variation of colors this time to be able to make sure that people are kind of able to reach that, because we haven't done that before. Besides with CudaX, I guess we did some limited stuff, right?
There's a couple of questions here that you can add.
We've done quite a lot of testing on the switch to make sure it doesn't bind up with dirt and debris. It's non-penetrating switch, so there's no chance that it can actually flood from that point. It's a magnetic switch, and there's incredibly broad clearances around the switch. It's going to be impossible to show that right here. So you can get a lot of stuff in and around that, and we haven't managed to get it to jam yet. And
The trigger.
we're probably not going to do a metal prop option. I don't think we have the prop's plastic. We haven't really had a problem with breaking propellers for a long time, especially since we switched to the new design where we've completely eliminated all of the older designs which had the variable pitch.
It's not about the trigger connection.
Which
So-
one?
The trigger itself is it's actually inside of this arm here. Right, the trigger arm?
Yep, so
Yeah,
a trigger rod.
a rod. That again is magnetic. You're not gonna get any of that binding like maybe you've gotten before where it was exposed. So that's actually, another thing that we've learned and adjusted to.
And we've still got the same trigger locking screw that we've always had, so you can lock it.
Easily removable, yeah.
It's a very similar seal to around the propeller shaft here to what we've used before on all our previous scooters. It's proven we don't really have any issues with that, so we haven't changed it. We've just stuck with what we know that works really well. Metal prop to cut kelp. We haven't really considered that, but I don't know if you noticed, but these propeller blades are specifically swept. So they've got that swept contour there, so it doesn't actually cut the kelp, but it sheds the kelp. So any kelp that does get caught on the blade naturally walks its way to the edge of the blade and sheds itself.
So I think we're through most of the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to kind of do a quick wrap up or
Close up,
something,
yeah.
maybe throw out your favorite feature. Something like that. I don't know.
So I think we're just going to wrap that up now, unless anyone else has got any more questions. So thanks for being on the live stream, guys. The website will be live with a full feature page that describes everything that's new on this scooter. And then look out for the pre-order, which will be coming soon.
Review video.
And if anyone's got any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us.
Yeah, we'll have some other videos that'll come out, review, things like that. And again, we just want to say thank you for joining us today and all the questions. You know, we hope that you guys are as excited as we are. And again, let us know if you have anything else.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.